Hello, everyone. I'm Logan Thompson from the Founding Founders team. Our team is from Michigan Technological University. Today, I'm going to be going over our process from sword design to casting to heat treat and to the final details. For our design, we decided to replicate the silver lion-headed Kato as seen in this image from the Mount Vernon website. Our initial design for the blade matches very closely, which you can see in the NX image below. For the steel, we chose 4135 for its good mix of strength while still being ductile enough for a sword. So, to help us in our designs, we had our sponsors at Temperform were kind enough to run some casting simulations in Magmasoft, as seen here. You can see how the volume fraction of kind of what's solid and what's liquid is changing as the casting goes on. And this helped inform our designs, and how helped us decide on our final design, where we ended up changing the tang and making it thicker, and we also added an extra guard between the blade and the tang for the casting. So for the actual casting, our sponsors cast the blades using sand casting. We were unfortunately not able to attend due to scheduling conflicts, but we got some video from them. So here we can see what the sand molds look like and how they're coming together. And then we also have some video of them pouring some metal into a crucible. Um, yeah. So for a heat treat, our sponsors were able to homogenize it there, and then they sent it to us, and we ended up doing heat treating on campus. We decided on heating the temperature, or heating the blade above the austenizing temperature. We then oil quenched it and tempered it at a lower temperature. So the first image you can see me pulling it out of the furnace, and then second image me quenching in the oil. We had some difficulty during this as the tang had actually frozen off during the casting, and so when the sponsors took it out of shakeout, they ended up having to weld extra metal onto the tang. And so when I tried to pull it out during heat treat, it actually almost started bending off, and I had to grab it from a different section, um, which you can see then in the next slide that we had to kind of just grab the tang and try to bend it back into place while the metal is still hot, to be able to keep its shape. So almost had a quite unfortunate thing happen there where we may have not been able to get that blade out. But we did. And so we ended up going to our finishing touches. So for here, you can see one of our team members working on getting the blade profile right. We then used a Dremel to make a handle. We got just a couple pieces of metal for the guard and the pommel that we ended up shaping. So yeah. And then our final sword design is, or final sword is here. Um, Turned out very good. We ended up working a lot with the foundry and pattern shop to be able to get it all together right in time. Yeah, and so we're just very excited to see how it performs in Atlanta. Thank you for watching.